Now, tens of thousands of civilians have fled Aleppo since Sunday as Syrian government forces gain ground. France has called for international action to prevent a possible massacre, and the UN Security Council has scheduled an urgent meeting. Many in the rebel-held zone have no hospitals and food is running out. Let's go to Tomos Morgan, who joins us from Beirut. It's a situation that, we said every day is just going from bad to worse.
Yeah, we're just hearing some information that's being discussed in that Security Council meeting in New York. Stephen O'Brien, the Under-Secretary General, has just said that there is a real risk that Aleppo could turn into one giant graveyard. That's how low the food stocks are at the moment. He's saying that the medical supplies are so scarce that there aren't enough ambulances to carry some of the wounded around, and some wounded are being carried around on vegetable carts. And the situation, as you say, is getting graver by the day. And as the fighting continues, so do the civilian deaths. This morning we heard that at least 21 civilians had been killed in the crossfire, women and children among those that had died, as the Syrian government and its allies continue their assault to retake East Aleppo. By now they've taken more than 40% of the east that's been in rebel control for the past 4 years, since 2012, and that barrage assault continues.
All the talk, and my word, there's an awful lot of that, suggests that this only changes if there's a ceasefire. What is the likelihood of that, really?
Well, the UN have always said that the only way that they would be able to take in aid is if there was a ceasefire. Now, Russia have said they're willing to provide an escort for aid to be taken into Aleppo. However, the Syrian government now control one of the main roads that the UN has said that they would use to provide aid in the past. It's very unlikely that that will go ahead unless a ceasefire takes place. And because the Syrian government is making such substantial gains at the moment, it's very difficult to imagine that they would give up this upper hand so that aid can be delivered. As we say, he's taken more than 40%, President Bashar al-Assad, of the rebel territory just over the last few days. So he will hope that this momentum can carry on and he can retake the east as soon as possible.
Thomas, thank you very much. Tomos Morgan there in Beirut.